Alright, so I'll be doing a tier list of YBA stands and, let's see, specs. So, by the way, I'm ranking all of this from my own experience, so if you disagree with it, oh well. Some people have better experience with stands than others, so let's get into it. Okay, first of all, Love Train. Okay, here's the pros with Love Train. Run and spam. Literally, run and spam. But the cons, there are some cons to it. Well, it's not a lot, but like just a few. The first thing to list off is the clones. Um, sure they're OP, but if you're countering to stand like Tuskak 4 or like the World AU, those clones will never reach you. And the main D4C ability is clones, so it really does depend. But for okay, I also forgot for KCR with the Epitaph or like Maiden in Heaven because you can just knife it to this insane speed. But overall, I'd give it a great. It is pretty good on damage, highest DPS, and I think more than KCR, so pretty good. Now, moving on to Star Platinum. This stand, with boxing, it has very, very good combo potential. And I personally do prefer SP boxing over Hamon, just because of its combo potential and how fast paced it is, and get some very nice gameplay out of SP boxing. So I'll put it at great. Oh yeah, forgot to mention, for Love Train, for spec I'd use is probably Vamp or Hamon. I mean, Vamp is if you want to play really cheap, it's just run and gun technically, but Hamon, you at least get to do some M1s here and there with the high DPS, so pretty good. Crazy time, man. Okay, so this stand right here, probably the best team support stand. I mean, no duh. Best spec for it. I think it'd be Hamon or boxing. I didn't have that much experience with Hamon with it, and I did use Pluck with it. Pluck was but boxing with Crazy Diamond, that is pretty good. If you have the rage mode on, you can practically kill them. So yeah, pretty good. But I'm only putting it in good because it relies too much in rage mode sometimes. But overall, pretty good stand. Now the regular the world. Oh boy, here we go. This stand, after its road roller buff, I'd say it's pretty decent. Because the road roller windup is like 0.1 second or something, but the stand overall, other than the road roller, it's not that great, honestly. There could be better options, because I guess this kick barrage is a bit faster than Star Platinum, and the knives, I think, they're blockable and they have a longer cooldown than the World AU, which I don't understand why. But, yeah, it's decent, I guess. It's decent. If you land a road roller though, does a lot of damage, probably half your HP, but that's if you land it, of course. And sometimes this road roller hitbox just glitches out sometimes, and it like barely hits you. But that's YBA's fault. Now, moving on. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention. I'll be mentioning a spec for every one of these. So the world spec, probably Spin or Hamon. I've had great experience with those before, but that was before like before I even got like a road roller. But so don't count me on that because things might have changed. Okay. Now White Album. Oh boy. This stand. Counters all projectiles except Tuskak 4s. And I don't know about the world over heaven, but yeah, counters almost all. And it's probably, it's okay. It's really, really good with Pluck, especially because with that gently weeps of yours, it will slow them down, and you can just combo them with Pluck, and they won't be able to do anything. So pretty good. And boxing could work too. Actually, a lot of specs could work with White Album. Even like I'm literally saying like almost everything can work with White Album because of the gently weeps and stuff. And it has boosted defense too. So if you're using like Pluck or like Spin, you don't have any boosted like defense, this could give you some defense. So I'd say this is a pretty good one. Now, moving on to Mr. President. This stand is just not that great. It's just not that great. First of all, you don't have a barrage, so you can get barraged back. Second of all, the shake room key. It's really not that hard to escape it, even if you have like a vampire. I mean, I've been like infinite trap once with vampire, but like that was because I was just playing dumb. Like, they hit you at least like 3 M1s, and then they do the freeze, and then 3 M1s, and then kidnap you. But the thing is, you just gotta let because you can just counter it, like they do 3 M1s all the time, no matter what, just 3 M1s. And once you block those 3 M1s, you can just perfect block when they do the kidnap, and that basically just counters it. And if you're like great at dashing out of like I don't know how to explain this, like barrages in general, like, you know what I mean, like when the enemy is like coming towards you with the barrage and you can just jump and dash at the same time out of it. This stand is practically useless, so I'll just put it at bad, honestly. And plus, they can just regain their HP when they're posing. I mean, not much, but like, okay, if the user in the key has like no defense, they'll take 40 damage. If they do have defense, they'll take 28. So if they don't have any, like, if they have pluck or something, it could do some decent damage, but with like defense specs, it's not that great. No. How about you and spread? Oh boy, that buff really just put this bad boy in amazing. It's without a doubt amazing. That 3 red, that crossfire. Without defense, it almost just half your HP. Just one crossfire. That is just insane. And with the spin, it can almost one-shot. Literally. It's just amazing. Simple as that. Specs I'd use for this is spin, maybe vamp, hormone. I don't know about pluck, but it's your choice, honestly. A lot of specs could go good with Mitch's Red just because how good the crossfire is. Now, moving on to Whitesnake. This stand. With spin, Whitesnake is actually pretty decent, I'd say that. I mean, like, pretty good, actually. Because when it's steel balling you, you can take their stand away and barrage them. And you can do some insane combos with Whitesnake spin. But it's better to just get Seaman, honestly. But with spin, this thing is kind of insane, not gonna lie. If you have an unlucky match with a 1v1 on someone with the Whitesnake spin, oh boy, you're dead. You're dead. Moving on, Six Pistols. Alright. Now, that Six Pistols rework, I have no idea what the hell they were thinking, but the stand is also pretty insane and annoying to fight. I'm not even joking, it's probably the most annoying stand to fight in the whole game. Just because it can dash out of stun, it's just so annoying. Unless, okay, look, if you're in a team and you're fighting just one 6P user and your team has like no projectile stance, then just good luck killing it. That's all I can say. You guys are never gonna kill it. But okay, but a spec with 6P that's be really good is probably spin or hormone. Because spin can do insane combos and hormone can just do a greater damage output on the amount of damage it has. It's just insane. So, you know what? Pretty good. Pretty good. Pretty good. Purple Haze. Oh boy. This is once a top tier. I have no idea what happened to Purple Haze. It is really not that great anymore. And the answer to that is because they nerfed like the poison staying after you throw the bulbs out. And the poison used to stay for like more than 10 seconds, but like now it's just gone immediately after you throw them out. So it kind of ruins the whole purpose. So it's not really that great. It's just bad. Yeah, don't use it. Don't use it. Oh boy, the hand. This thing is a beast with pluck or hormone. Pluck can stun it so many times, can get free swipes a lot, and hormone, probably the most truest combo in the game. Zoom punch, double swipe, literally. That's it. Zoom punch, double swipe. If you land a zoom punch on them, you get 2 free swipes because they cannot perfect block it. You get 2 free swipes right there. So literally, you can one-shot a vamp with that. I'm not even joking. Damn. Pretty great. Okay, Cream. Oh boy, this used to be a top tier with Vamp Cream. Vamp on this was just a beast. I mean, it still is, but like people know how to counter it kinda now. Because like when they dash out of the Void Surprise, you can barrage them immediately, so it can't bloodsuck. Excuse me. But Cream has fallen from its throne, and I'd say it's about decent now. I mean, yeah, but there's a catch to it. But there's a catch. If you land a Void Surprise and they're crippled, you have a very high chance of just completely obliterating them because of how slow they are after they Void Surprise you. I mean, excuse me, after you Void Surprise them. But you can't even do it if you can't land it even, because it's pretty hard to land it because it's kind of slow. So just a decent. Now, Sober Chariot. Oh boy. Sober Chariot. It used to be really good with boxing back then, but now it's just meh because they can't like box and barrage while it's in the million pricks. But I'd say this is pretty okay with some pluck. You can deliver some pretty okay combos with it. Not a high damage output, but they still do work. And Silver Chariot in general, I could say it's just get Chariot Requiem, honestly. It's just a way better option. But yeah, with pluck, it's pretty decent. Oh boy, getting into the monster right here. King Crimson. King Crimson, oh boy. This thing right here with pluck, hormone, or boxing is a monster. Not even joking, just a monster. Because the thing is, after it lands an impale, you can either use a Pierce Strike, a Zoom Punch, a freaking, what, an Eye Gouge, and they'll just be stunned, and you get a free barrage out of that. Yes, a free barrage. You do have to time it a bit though, but after you get some practice out of it, you can literally get a free barrage after an impale. That just shreds your HP. So yeah, that's amazing. That is just amazing. Now, moving on to Hermit Purple. After the Hermit Purple, like, quote-unquote rework, I would say it's pretty decent. But if you're, like, really concentrating on fighting a Hermit Purple, and you can easily see, like, their other, like, Vine Trap move, and you can easily block it. But that's if you're actually concentrating on the fight. But if you're, like, out of guard, you can definitely, what is it? You can definitely block it. And that's what makes it kind of eh. And even the other Vine Trap, the original one, that's too easy to perfect block. So I mean, double Vine Slap is okay. But this with Hamon, I'd say for like Gang Wars, it's pretty useful because most of the other enemies are like out of guard, or like they're not concentrating properly, and you can just catch them off guard and just burn them with a lot of damage. But other than that, it's just decent, I'd say. Gold experience. I don't have that much experience with this stand, but gold experience is just get GER, honestly. It's like one of those type of stands. Just get GER, just get Chariot Requiem, you know. But I'm putting it at decent, because it doesn't really have that many offense moves. I mean, it does, but like, it's just not great in general, like for 1v1s and stuff. Maybe for team fights, because you can heal people, but like, what else, what else can you do? The beatdown's alright on it, the frog punch is okay, the eagle life form, that's easily blockable. But you do get a 60 heal out of it. 60 heal, yeah, but other than that, it's just not that great. Spec you would use with this is probably Hamon. I've never seen anything else. I've just mainly see Hamon with G. Moving on. Aerosmith? Oh boy, Aerosmith, huh? Do I really need an explanation for this? No. Okay, fine, I'll explain it a bit. Before the buff, it's not the buff, before the nerf of Aerosmith was damn OP, I'll tell you that. It was probably almost the strongest stand in the game before the buff with that 0.7 barrage. It was insane, okay, but now the barrage just barely does anything. If you're a vamp, you can literally out heal it. And even normal people too, even with like health regen 4, you can out heal this thing. It's just terrible. Just don't even get it, honestly. Roke it immediately. Now, oh boy, Bites the Dust. Bites the Dust is really, really annoying to fight. I'll tell you that much. If you're fighting a good Bites the Dust user, you are just gonna not struggle. You're just gonna be hella annoyed. Okay, they're just really annoying to fight. That's it. But if we're talking about like PvP wise, you can easily escape out of their combos if you wanna, cause the new update for Bites the Dust, or like just Killer Queen in general, you have to like manually detonate it, and that's kind of makes it hard. So you have 2 steps. You can't just click one button anymore. You have 2 steps to do. So that just makes it kind of inconvenient. But once you do land a combo with Bites the Killer Queen in general, you can do some decent combos with it, just decent. But overall, this is good, I guess. Oh boy, scary monsters. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention spec. Spec what you use with this, probably Hamon or literally just Hamon. That's all I can think of, literally. Just Hamon. Hamon's just puts a lot of stance. Scary monsters, oh boy. This thing is hella busted, I'll tell you that much. It's really, really busted. That head pounce is so good. The bite does so much damage. I mean, the pounce, I'd say I'll just use the pounce to get closer to my enemies. I don't really see it as an offensive move. The minion, if you don't know how to counter it by heavy punching it, damn, it's goated. And just agility on this thing is just insane. You're almost the speed of a Maiden Heaven user. Select how it uses this is probably Hamon or Spin or Vamp. I've had really good experience with this with Vamp. I was literally unkillable. But there's one counter to this, and that's like stands there with a lot of projectiles. I mean a lot. Like the World AU or Tuskak 4 with Spin. Both of them with Spin. They can probably counter this, but overall, that's amazing speed and bite. That bite, oh my god, it just does so much to like pluck users, I'd say. Like users with no defense, that bite does almost half. I'm not even joking. Pretty amazing. Now, moving on to KCR. Just I wouldn't really Requiem KC if I were you, but if you're like not a combo person and just loves doing high damage output all the time, definitely get this stand. It is very good though. Even though it's not comparable to KC, it's still very, very good. And Raging Demon is also pretty good. But you don't have that much combo potential, that's the only thing. But if you have a very, very high DPS, it doesn't really matter. Because 2.3 Hamon Barrage, that's just insane. So even the Raging Demon and stuff like that. And basically the Scythe move is basically free guard breaks, you can just M1 them. Pretty high damage, pretty good stand overall. Oh boy, Beach Boy. Oh yeah, spec, right. Okay, good spec with this would probably be Vamp or Hamon. I preferably get Hamon because of its high DPS. And if you're like battling a Vamp user, you just get amazing damage output. I mean like 3.2 or something like that. Just insane. Now, moving on to Beach Boy. This stand is pretty good. It's pretty great. I've had so much good experiences with the stand. It is just so good. With Hamon, with Spin, with Vamp, it's just so good. It's really good. That's all I can say right now. Because that Rod Slap can cancel out their barrages, because they always barrage when they come close to you, but you can Rod Slap and they just be flung. And if you have very good aim, This thing is really good with that broad throw and like the hook pierce. They do a lot of damage. I mean, a lot of damage. So this stand is pretty good. Just kind of boring to use, but it's good. All right, Harfin Green. What can I say about you? You were a pretty good one back then. I don't know what's happened with you in popularity recently, but you're still pretty good. I'll tell you that. This thing is good with boxing, Hamon. That's probably all I can think about because it's still the only specs I've used at the stand. But Harvin Green, a lot of people used to use it back then. Or like I mean a lot with boxing, but like now it's just kind of dead. It got nerfed on something. I'm not sure which it got nerfed on, but it got nerfed on a certain move. Probably I think it was the Emerald Splash or something like that, or the Emerald Barrier. I mean, but if you catch them in an Emerald Barrier, bro, you're gonna do a lot of damage. I mean a lot of damage. It does a lot, but that's if you land it, of course. And if you're fighting against like a really good player, I think they can most likely just counter the stand a lot because they know when to like get close to you and when not to. So, but if you like to be annoying, sure, get that stand. Oh boy, Chariot Requiem, amazing, just amazing. First of all, that almost nearly one-shot Conqueror's Will combo. Yep, everyone's talking about that. Literally almost a one-shot, not exaggerating, almost a one-shot. You can literally do like M1s there while they're still in Conqueror's Will. And just as about to like get up, you can zoom punch. There's eye gouge. You can boxing barrage them or just you know what, you get the idea, right? You can do a lot of barrage with the thing after they get up, and they just do a lot of damage. And even the M1s too. The M1s just do a lot of damage too. Good spec would be boxing. What else? Hamon and pluck. But pluck, I don't really see that much as SCR pluck users anymore. I don't see them as Hamon or boxing. But if you want an amazing stand with just, and you like to rely on just one cheap move like time stop, sure, get that stand. It's definitely pretty good. I love it. I've used it a lot too. Did real good though, but pretty good. Moving on, we got Killer Queen. Now Killer Queen, regular Killer Queen. Honestly, it's not that bad. It's decent. I don't know why people say it's really, really bad. It's not. It's actually not. Basically the same thing I'd say with Bites the Dust almost. Just Bites the Dust has 2 more moves, but yeah, Hamon or just Hamon. Hamon just fits Killer Queen the most. Yep. And the moves, they're the same with Bites the Dust. Don't really get into depths with that. Can do the kind of thing combos, just don't have a bubble bomb, but not much to say about the stand. That's just what it is. Now, moving on. Sticky Fingers. Oh boy, this stand is pretty decent, I'd say. With that what is it? That arm pull and that zipper punch. It's basically a free zipper punch if you land the arm pull, and that arm pull has very low cooldown and insane range. Okay, and that, oh my god, that zipper punch too is just lower cooldown than stand barrage finisher, and it can like slow them down a bit. It like takes their legs. And this was with Hamon or boxing or something like that. You just cheese them the entire round. You just cheese, literally. Just repeat the same combo. Just extend the arm and just zipper punch. Literally, it's that simple. It's just just something else. Now, moving on to the World AU. Oh boy. Oh boy. Now look. If if you have good aim at projectiles, this thing is absolute beast. But even then, if you still do have a good aim with projectiles, it's not really gonna make a difference because a lot of people, they kind of know how to counter the knives and stuff. All you do is just literally just jump around in zigzag forms. Literally, that's it. You just jump around in zigzag forms. But the knife cooldown on this is just insane, and the pocket revolver gives an extra chip damage. Just pretty damn good. And this with boxing, hormone, pluck, and spin are all really good. But I prefer boxing because that's what I use. But it's your choice, honestly. I used to do hormone, but I just prefer boxing because that's like my old main build. But man, the world debut, it is just shreds people. That's all I can say. It's a pretty good stand overall. Now, GR. Okay, I really don't get the big fuss about GR. I actually don't. First of all, those moves that you have there, like the scorpions and stuff, they're really easy to dodge. Like, really. And when they like RTZ, Scorpion and barrage you, it's really not that hard to block it. Like, actually, it's just kind of predictable. I've been a GR main for a few, like, maybe like a month, and it's just not that great, I'd say. It's not that great, but it is still, it still holds up with that RTZ, I'd say, and counter time stuff and stuff, and like Awakening, which is the best like Awakening in the whole game. But it's just okay, you know. And it's just, that's just my, remember, I'm ranking this from all my own experiences of all of the stands I've used, and I've used all of them, but these are just my own experiences, okay? Yeah, GR's just that, honestly. It's just that. Like, if they just come to you with the barrage, like the Scorpion, the classic barrage, you can easily block it. I don't know, it's kind of predictable to me, but other people it may not be, but it's just up to me, honestly. But a spec good with this would be Hormone or Pluck. Yeah, those two. Okay, moving on to normal D4C. Basically just a crappier version of Love Chain. You get one less destructive power too, but still, what can I say? You know, same thing as Love Chain, you know, just one more destructive power and literally Love Chain itself. Which Love Chain itself, the move isn't that great, but yeah, just the same thing, honestly. It's good. Okay, Tuskak 1. Before you call it, if you think I'm gonna put it in bad, I'm not. This thing, with Pluck, not even joking, is decent. Yeah, you heard me. It's decent with Pluck. I'm not even joking. I beat a Tuskak 4 with this with Pluck. It's decent, okay? It's just simple as that. It's just decent. Alright, we good on that. We're clear? Good. It is just something else. I don't know how. Yeah. Moving on, Tuskak 4. Amazing. Just amazing. 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 A good spec, of course, spin, Hamon, and probably pluck. Boxing, not that great, but yeah, those three specs. But spin is still the best spec for Tuskak 4. I mean, people say it's Hamon, but I kind of disagree with that. I've tried literally all the specs for Tuskak 4. I mean, I have Shiny Act 4, so I've tried it all, and spin's just still the best one. There's no doubt about it. It is just the best one with Tuskak 4. It just fits it. It's literally meant for it, just like Bam Cream back then. But this thing, damn, pretty good stand. It's so spammable, honestly. It's really, really spammable. Just infinite rotation, which can bypass Cherry Requiem's like Shadow View. Amazing. You can bypass the Love Chain, you can bypass everything. Oh boy, it's just pretty good. I like it. Good stand overall. Good update. I was hyped when Tusk released. But yeah, going to keep it in amazing. Now, moving on to Seamoon. This thing is also amazing. This with Hamon it's just something else. Really. Like, actually, it is just something else with this. Simon with Hamon, it can destroy with corner combos. I'm not even joking. Literally, it can destroy. Like, it's unescapable sometimes. The corner combo, if you do a really good corner combo with Hamon, you get probably more than half your HP down. And it's guaranteed. Okay, it's guaranteed. It's just OP. Just Hamon. Just get Hamon with this if you're using it. It is just broken. Just insanely broken. Star Platinum the world, honestly, it's not as bad as people say it is. It is actually decent. Pretty good DPS. The kick barrage is unescapable. Skull Crusher got kinda buffed because of the perfect blocking, but it got kinda buffed. Ground Slam, you can just use it when they're like not paying attention. Beatdown, I think they buffed the beatdown. It does a lot more damage now, kinda. Probably like half. I mean, I always did half, but like it just shreds faster now. And time stop, yeah, this stand, got all the toxic traits. Pretty good stand, I'd say. Pretty good stand with Hamon. With Hamon, it's probably the best one. I've used it with Pluck. It's not that great, so just get Hamon with it. Tuskag 2. Honestly, Tuskag 2. It's good, I'd say, cause you can projectile spam. Okay, the thing with the earlier Tusk versions is that you can like projectile spam a lot more, cause like they don't have a barrage, so like they get more projectiles and stuff. But yeah, there's nothing much to say cause no one really uses Act 2. But wait, did I just say Act 4 for this? Oh, if I did, my bad. But yeah, there's not much I can say. It's just Act 2. Oh boy, getting into the monster here. Made in Heaven. I don't know why they even buffed Made in Heaven again. With that infinite speed tactic of double XL, time XL, double XL, double XL. I don't know why they buffed it. That was just crazy enough. And now they even buffed the damage. What? I don't understand that. I actually don't. The only way to counter this is time stop. Literally. That's it. No other way. Just time stop. That's it. Time stop conquers the only way. Nothing else. That's it. Nothing else. Pretty damn OP. Tuskag 3. Oh wait, I forgot to mention this spec. Hamon. Just Hamon. Just Hamon. That's it. Just Hamon. Now, Tuskag 3. Let's say... It's good. It's actually good. The projectile spam on this is actually insane. I'm not even joking. It's insane. You get so much projectile spams out of this thing. I'm not even joking. Like, so much, actually. Just so much out of this. Just run and gun. With spin, this thing is just so annoying to fight. I'm not even joking. So annoying. Oh my god. Alright, 2 more stands and then with the specs. The World of Revan. Amazing. Amazing. This would spin. I don't care what you say. This thing was meant for spin. I'm not even joking. Spin was meant for this and tusks. Like, I'm not even joking. It's that amazing with this. With a knife, if you throw a knife at them and it lands, you get a guaranteed combo of steel balls, a few M1s, reality override, and a thunder strike. And that does almost all your HP. Just amazing stand overall. Just amazing. But that's if you land alive. That's kind of a gamble, but if you land it, you get a ton of shit damage, okay? It's just, oh boy. All I can say for that stand. Onibus. I tried Onibus, and it's pretty great. The M1s are like the old M1 update. They actually stun a lot. Could do insane combos, but the thing with Onibus is that if you have like a lot of projectiles on your hand, they're really easy to counter, honestly. They are really easy to counter. But if you're fighting like normal stands with like almost no projectiles, they're kind of easy to, like, they're not easy to counter. They're kind of hard to fight, but yeah, just their M1s. Just gotta avoid their M1s. And if they're like barraging you, you can just barrage back for a short bit, like maybe maybe like 2 seconds, and just use a barrage finisher. They'll most likely not perfect block it. I don't know why, but yeah, a good spec. Hamon, boxing, pluck, spin. A lot of good combos with it. But this is my tier list for the stands. Take a good look. Yep, got it here. It's my official tier list. Now, moving on for specs. This should not take that long. Boxing. You get great defense, more HP, OP moves, and just overall very great for a lot of stats. S tier. Just an S tier stat. The Jawbreaker though is just holy crap, and the Mastered Eye Gouge just blinds you for so long. It's amazing. Pluck. I'd say an A, cause Pluck is just like it has good range and stuff and good moves, like especially Pure Strike, but if you're fighting against like a person with like high defense, you won't do it a lot of damage. And plus, your defense is like really low. You get no defense at all. So yeah, but it has some good combo potential for like some stands. But Pluck overall, it's just not as good as boxing, I'd say. That's just my opinion. Hamon. What can I say for Hamon, honestly? Buffs your damage, you take less damage, there's so much damage on vamps, zoom punch, bro. That's all I can say for this spot. I think most people are using Hamon right now, but I still prefer boxing and some spin. But if you want to use Hamon, like all the others do, go ahead. Pretty good spec. Now, Vampire. Oh boy, Vampire. It's a C tier, honestly. Vampire used to be so good, but they nerfed it to the point where it's almost unusable. Vampire is good with some stands like Scary Monsters, Cream, or D4C, but other than that, you can't even M1 with it, that's the thing. And you take so much damage from Hamon users, you can't M1. It's just honestly. It's just There's just way better options than just Vamp. Vamp is the worst one, sorry about that. Spin. You know, spin, I'll put it in A, even though it's my main spec, because the steel balls on that thing are so glitchy. I don't know why. Like right now, they're really glitchy. If you throw them with like your, let's say, if you have like shift lock on and you throw steel balls at something, they just somehow always go back. I don't know why. They go back or just not aim at it at all. They just fling your avatar around. It's really glitchy right now. But if it was fixed, it would definitely be an S tier. But just because of that glitch, I'm putting it at an A tier. But it does have some very good combos with spin. Like a half HP combo was just 2 moves. 2 moves of a spec, half HP combo. Yep. My god. But yeah, that's all I can say for this. Hope you guys enjoyed my stand tier list and my spec tier list. How long is it? 38 minutes? Not bad. Not bad at all.